Hi everyone, it's Bork. In today's video, we'll be doing a should you pull for Summer Tamaki. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. If you go into the gacha right now, she is right up. You go into her character details and then you look at her skills. She is going to be fairly different from normal Tamaki. Now, first things to note is that she's going to be aiming at someone and dealing 4 times damage. And also she has that same TP reduction ability as normal Tamaki. But what makes her different is that she does not have a skill that aims for magical units. She instead has a buff to her physical attack own action speed. So why is she quote unquote better than normal Tamaki? Because with her extra action speed, she'll technically be able to trigger her UBs more, but she'll also technically be able to trigger her actual skill effect where she reduces TP quite more often. And the reason why she is so effective is because she's one of the few units that can actually tackle situations like the snake that we had or Virgo, where she provides that petrify. All right, so this is going to be the snake boss, and one of the things that she does is petrify for 4 seconds, which is huge because that means you are losing out on 4 seconds worth of damage. And this is why Summer Tamaki is going to be so great, is because she's not going to completely like nullify that UB, you know, that the boss will be doing, but she'll at least be able to delay that UB much better than anyone else. And some of you might be wondering, why can't normal Tamaki, you know, do that same behavior? And that's only because normal Tamaki does not have any extra attack speed up. Normal Tamaki is mostly about dealing damage to a magical unit and also, you know, dealing that massive physical damage. And then she does have that TP reduction. So they both have that same capability, but Summer Tamaki is going to be the only unit right now, you know, currently within the game that will be able to have her own attack speed increased whilst also, you know, being able to reduce the enemy's TP. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, what happens if you get, you know, Summer Saren and then she boosts everyone's action speed? Will Summer Tamaki still be as viable? Personally, like attack speed or like these sort of buffs, I'm not sure if they stack, so I can't really answer that question, but it will question like whether you should be using Summer Tamaki. And if you're wondering like the use of like Summer Tamaki between like other like clan battle bosses in CN, she's not used very frequently. The reason why she was so good for Snake was because she could delay that petrify for a little bit, but we'll see how like the meta goes. And if you're wondering, should you pull for Summer Tamaki? For anyone who is trying to aim for top 25, top 10s, then Summer Tamaki is going to be the waifu for you. She's going to be able to increase like sort of your damage in situations where you have like these bosses with annoying abilities like the petrifies or some sort of stun. She can essentially delay that UB and she's going to be more consistent than normal Tamaki because of her attack speed up. Other thing though is, are you guys wondering what about normal Tamaki? Does she fall out of relevancy? Eventually, once normal Tamaki gets her 6-star form, she will be better. Not to mention there's going to be units who's going to be great at increasing attack speed. So it's going to be very like slim pickings when it comes to Summer Tamaki in the future. But just note, Summer Tamaki is going to be pretty good for like the first year, 2 years, at least until like better attack speed up units like Summer Saren and others appear. So don't worry about Summer Tamaki getting power crept too quickly, but she is going to be meta for quite a bit. And when it comes down to it, if you look at Restia's notes, Summer Tamaki is right here and then Tomo is right here. Tomo is going to be right after, and technically if you want to be relevant for the next 2 months of like, I guess, CB, then Tomo is going to be another quote unquote must pull for like top 10, top 25. Then, you know, it's just something to take into account. And then technically the next must pull will be for arena people in Halloween Shinobu, because she will be able to disrupt the Ilya meta. She won't counter the Ilya meta, but she'll be able to disrupt it. All right, just in case you guys are wondering. And then of course Christina is not too far behind. Then we have like the Christmas units, but so far all I gotta say, Summer Tamaki fans like rejoice. She's going to be relevant for quite some time. For any free-to-play wondering if you should pull her, do you have to pull her? Absolutely not. She's just going to be a unit that you can min-max, sort of like if you have Jita or Arisa. She's going to be one of those units that you would want because Jita and Arisa are really good at just dealing extra damage to the clan battle bosses compared to the current units that we have. All right, and when it comes to her actual draw rates, if you go into details and you go to draw rates right here, it is going to be a 5% chance for a 3-star character. I know here it's 0.2 for all the other characters, 1.4% for Summer Tamaki. So she's going to be relatively easy to pull based off of rates. That's not actually what's going to happen because, you know, rates are a lie. Then if you go into details right here, oh, actually that's the wrong thing. We go to premium, you go to details right here, and then you look at the actual draw rates, you will see it's 2.5%, and then the percentages are 0.389. So very different from like the actual Summer Tamaki event. Personally speaking, if you want to do like just just a massive like load of pulls before like the actual pre-fest is up, because in pre-fest I believe the rates will be roughly like around like 5%. So technically we get an early pre-fest, except we don't have an actual pre-fest unit. But I think most folks should be saving until Christina appears for free-to-play purposes, because honestly, if you don't need Summer Tamaki, even though this is like a huge opportunity to pull for everyone, she's not like going to be like, overly used. She's not someone that you need, just because her usage is very niche, where, you know, we talked about it. It's going to be for bosses that have like this capability to do some sort of petrify or a stun, some sort of ability to delay your actions. And that's why you would want Summer Tamaki, because she won't prevent the UB from occurring, but she'll delay the UB from actually, you know, messing with your actual attack. But just note there are going to be specific timelines for Summer Tamaki, and a lot of like the top 10 and top 25 clans will want her. Personally, in top 50, she will see like, you know, very like niche clans that will want to have her, but I don't think she's just someone that you have to pull for. But these draw rates being at 5% is really tempting to just kind of go all in on this banner. And like I said, I want to repeat it one more time, I don't think free to play should be pulling on this banner, and you should be saving until Christina, because that's when, you know, the first round of Christina, if you really want to pull. And then technically you can always wait until New Year's Yui's banners up, with, you know, that being a pre-fest with Christina also being on that banner, if you want to wait until that long. All right, because technically speaking, that is like a good amount of jewels you'll be able to save. But let's go ahead and jump into some PvP and just talk about like my overall thoughts when it comes to Summer Tamaki. Personally speaking, if I do plan to stay in top 10 clan, I will be pulling. And if some of you are wondering, is it worth to like just go all in on like this banner because it is 5% rates, personally I don't think so, mostly because Christina is going to be right around the corner, and Christina is much more future proof. And technically speaking, Tomo is a little bit better, Tomo being more of like a physical based like attack character, because we are in a physical meta, and Tomo can sort of fill in the slots for people who don't have Jita and stuff. So in my opinion, it might almost be better to have Tomo versus Summer Tamaki. These double draw rates really make it tempting, and for anyone who's like pulling for Summer Tamaki because she's waifu, I think it's absolutely worth it for those reasons, because she is going to be meta relevant for quite some time, at least for the first 2 years. That's going to be some normal battle arena right there. Let's go ahead and jump into some princess arena, see if we can take this on. That looks sort of doable, and this looks sort of doable as well. Let's go ahead and jump right in. And when it comes to like just Tamaki in general, I feel like normal Tamaki is just gonna get better over time, and eventually, you know, once we have Summer Saren, I feel like she will slightly outclass Summer Tamaki, because Summer Saren's gonna provide like attack speed and buffs for everyone, and I don't believe attack speed like stacks. Don't quote me on that, all right? It's just that when it comes to this as a free-to-play who's trying to maximize their gems and everything, I just don't think it's the time to pull yet, because we're trying to recover from like the Summer Carol banners that we just had, and we need to recover until the New Year's like Festa banner pretty much appears, or the pre-fest New Year's banner appears. And some of you might be wondering, should I pull on Christina when it's pre-fest then? Personally, I just don't think so, because you won't have enough opportunities to save your gems if you plan to pull on the normal Christina Fest banner, like pre-fest Christina banner, and then you plan to pull on the New Year's pre-fest banner. That's sort of spreading yourself too thin, and for free to play, it's just best to, you know, pull in certain time frames. It's a bonsai game. You're not going to be pulling a lot of times. For the experienced Priconne vets, you already understand how saving your pulls is kind of the way to go. That's the way you play Priconne, and essentially you get shards for the characters eventually, like via princess arena and normal arena. Eventually you collect enough shards to build those characters. It's not like you just pull all the time and you get like a bunch of characters. That's not how Princess Connect really works, which is really nice in my opinion, because it makes Princess Connect more free to play when you understand the underlying mechanics of the game, where you save in order to pull for great banners versus just dumping your jewels like every single banner that appears. And that's what really makes Princess Connect such a free to play game compared to other gachas, is because we have like that capability to just save ourselves for other banners. Now, some of you might be wondering though, is that really right? You know, can't I just pull for every single banner? And can't the game just provide me enough pulls to pull on every single banner? I feel like that sort of expectation is if you play something like like Azure Lane, which is just like a different dynamic with the way the gacha performs. But personally speaking, I'm indifferent. I feel like both models are pretty great, and I appreciate Princess Connect's capability to make it so that, you know, older characters get revamped. So for example, like the 6-star system, and then also the unique equip system, where, you know, eventually all of the characters will stay relevant. And that's how you sort of balance a gacha. You don't make it so that everything's constantly like power creeping. You balance out the characters so that everything sort of stays like in a flat somewhat line, but you have small increases where you can min-max certain things. And that's what Summer Tamaki is going to be doing. She's going to be min-maxing certain things, but she's not going to be min-maxing everything, right? When it comes down to it, it's just not a must pull for everyone, because I feel like the situation with Summer Tamaki is super niche, but it is going to be a must pull for anyone who's highly competitive. And the same thing is going to apply with Halloween Shinobu whenever she decides to appear in the game, but that'll be some time, and hopefully everyone's saving enough jewels. Nice, we got a win there, and yeah, I'm super happy with that. Good luck to anyone pulling for Summer Tamaki. I definitely feel like she's gonna be an amazing unit to have. Let's go ahead and do our free 10 draw of the day, see if we can get something lucky. I'm not expecting anything cool, so nope, nothing there, just normal papers. And if we get a rainbow, that's cool, but I feel like we're just gonna end up with some gold. So we got the 1 pity gold from this multi right here, and let's go ahead and speed it up because I don't think we get anything new. Very nice right there. So if you do get Summer Tamaki from the free 10 rolls, you are absolutely lucky. You're gonna be great for a majority of CB whenever like these sort of snake petrified bosses do decide to like pop up. Not like Virgo particularly, but any boss that has some sort of status ailment on their UB. That's the only thing that you really need to pay attention to. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 27,500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.